Am I the asshole for letting the kids call their stepdad dad? Well, that's not that outlandish.
Okay.
The first comment.
We need context.
Yeah.
We need context.
Hi, all. Just a little backstory. I had a very messy breakup with my ex. We have 2 kids. During the breakup, they were 5 and 1. I found the love of my life. We got a place together, and we hardly ever heard about their dad. So I don't think he was in the picture for a while.
Okay.
They called the stepdad by a nickname at the time. When the kids were 2 and 1, I got pregnant. When he learned to speak, I'm supposing it's the kid who she was pregnant with, the kids were very awkward to call the current person dad to. The oldest had some questions about it, but the youngest never questioned it because he only knows him as dad.
Mm-hmm.
We had a talk with both of them about the name, and they can choose what they wanted to call him, and we won't hold any grudges if they choose anything regarding what they call him. It was all fine. Now the real dad is semi in the picture and complains that I forced them to call their stepdad dad, and it hurts him. I can understand it, but I never forced them. Am I the asshole here for letting them call stepdad dad and not finding another name?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. That's with that given context.
Yeah.
He's pretty much blaming the wife for the kids growing up.
Mm-hmm.
She's the husband has no right to be upset at the kids growing up for not knowing any better. You know, she said, like the youngest had no idea whether or not that she had to or shouldn't have called this person dad, her stepfather. And the oldest was having some questions, right?
Yeah.
So if the father figure, the actual biological father is not around, right, to fill that gap or like understand that this is the dad and this is the stepfather, how do you expect the kids to make that, like correlation as they're growing up? They only know what they know. They taught in certain areas. Like this is the most vulnerable time for them.
Yeah.
You can't put this on them. Like how is the child supposed to understand that this is somebody who is a fatherly person, but is not actually a father or is not actually dad, right? Because they only correlate the term dad with who their father figure actually is, right? They're not just calling anyone dad, right? So you can't just give them that like confusion, it's gonna fuck them up. So for him to be mad at the wife for that, I think he's an asshole for that. Like he shouldn't, and he's coming back in later on too. He should realize that, like you're just coming back in randomly. Like you can't, like this is another entitlement issue. Like you can't just be entitled to your position after being gone for so long. Like you have to earn that right,
100%.
So that's just where I stand on that. I guess a piece of shit.
You know something I really thought about, fam? There's a difference between a biological parent and a father.
Okay.
Like a biological parent is somebody who you share DNA with. A father is somebody who stepped up for the role.
Mm-hmm.
Just because somebody is your biological parent doesn't mean that they are your father.
Mm-hmm.
So in the case of this, am I the asshole? This dude wasn't in his kid's life for a very important aspect of their life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially the forming ages, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was somebody who was there who took on that role in raising them.
Yeah.
And another thing is, it's not like he said, yo, call me dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They had a discussion with the kids or with each other, and they were like, yo, whatever you feel comfortable calling me, call me what you want to call me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to put like limitations. Like,
Yeah.
you want to call me dad, call me dad. If you want to call me George,
Mm-hmm.
So I think the father, but I also get it from the father's perspective, right? Even though he has no case in the matter,
Mm-hmm.
the man wasn't there, but he still feels hurt because I'm here now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm here to support my kids,
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you really can't you're not able to control the, like, who they see as a father because you were there for the most important aspects of their life, right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
100%. You hit it right on the money. And another thing I want to add too is that this guy, the biological father, he missed his opportunity to be their dad, right? Mm. And he's coming back after the fact, trying to make up.
He's the stepdad now.
Yeah, right? So he's gonna be the stranger in the mix, Yeah. So with that being said, I would like to have, if I was to ever have had a conversation with this person, I would love to ask him, what do you want to, as a result of this? Mm-hmm. What would you think would be the best route here for us? For them to just stop calling him dad and start calling you dad? Because I don't think that's possible.
He would say. That's what he would say.
I don't think that's possible for a kid to comprehend. They only know this person as dad. I'm not just going to go tell them, hey guys, the language you've been using all this time is wrong. We're going to change it just because your real father is here now. And he feels a little bit upset. Yeah. That's not going to happen, right? No matter what, I know that this person, the husband, right? Or the biological dad, I know for a fact he doesn't expect that to happen. And if he does, he's delusional, right?
He expects that to happen though.
That
That he came back in the picture like, yo, daddy's home.
That's delusion right there, right? But he also, if he truly is trying to be there for his children, then he should know that when they get older, when they become like grown up, then you can have the separation, or you can at least designate who is what in your life. This is your actual biological father. I've been missing for some portion of your life, but I'm here now. This is your current stay-at-home stepfather, who's more of a dad to you, who you consider dad. And that's where the two live. They respectfully have their own parts of your life. And as kids grow older, they'll start to understand that more.
They start putting two and two together.
To get mad at the mom for that, well, the kids are still young. It just doesn't make any sense.
Your own insecurity that you're placing on the mom for an action that you committed. You weren't there.
Yeah, it's delusion.
If you were there, they wouldn't have done what you're insecure about, right?
Exactly. So it's delusion on top of entitlement. And that guy's just a piece of shit, man. To be honest with you can't just drop everything, all your responsibilities, and then come back to it later and think everything's gonna be
just gonna be back.
That's not how it works.
Everybody paused their life
for you,
and when you want to come back, you can come back in whatever shape and form that is. The man is delusional, fam.
That's not really. That's like, he's not like. To be honest with you, I don't even think that somebody who has that way of thinking is
okay. But let me. Okay, we both agree that he is out of line here. But let me change up the scenario just a little bit. What if, you were an active father in their life, right? And they still called the stepfather dad. How would you feel?
I'd feel heartbroken naturally, right? Because I'm still their dad. I'm still there for them.
But you see them less.
Yeah, no, I don't live with them, right? They obviously have a father figure in their lives that they're seeing on a day-to-day basis, right? But just knowing that I'm still there for them, like I'm assuming that this would be a co-parenting type of course, situation, 50-50. Right? Yeah. So if they still see me, knowing me that, or still, if they still know that I'm their dad from birth and I'm still in their lives, right? And they choose to call their stepdad dad or treat him more like a father figure, then I can't like there's nothing I can really do, I have to really just be happy for my kids that they have a great father figure in their lives at home and outside of home. That's kind of how I have to look at it.
You're a better man than me.
You're gonna feel the way. You're gonna feel the way.
I would feel insecure. I would be like,
I would also.
I'm your father.
You have every right to. I'm not saying that wouldn't be the case for me, but I would also be looking on the bright side, like, okay, alhamdulillah. At home,
I'm not gonna lie, there would be a couple of tears that I shed at home.
Really?
I'm not gonna. If no my way. Kids, I'm still actively in their life.
Can I ask you this question?
What?
Let's say this scenario, like your children have a stepfather who's a great stepfather, right? Let's just add that he's a great stepfather. MashaAllah, he's doing his part. Respectable guy.
Yeah.
Would you feel inclined or declined to have a relationship with that man?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you? Which of the two?
I would.
You'd want to?
I would be on good terms with him.
Like, what would you say would be the length of your relationship with him?
Like, I would consider him a co-parent.
Oh, okay.
Like,
dope.
I'm not going to make it difficult for my wife to like raise my kids. Because I understand, even if, let's say it was 50-50, right? Let's say half the time they're with me, half the time they're with her. And the half the time they're with her, I made a villain out of the current father figure in the other half of their life.
Yeah.
I'm just making 50% of their life worse. Yeah. I'm on a fair belief system, fam, that once I have kids into my life, that's what I'm investing in. It's no longer about me anymore. There's a bigger picture, and I'm just like a speck, like I'm a pixel. Like, they are the main characters now. I will put everything in order to support them.
100%.
And I'm not going to make it difficult for them. Like, even if her and I ended on bad terms, I'm not going to make it difficult for her to, if she's a great mom, of course, I'm not going to make it difficult for her to raise my kids in an environment that she wants,
Exactly.
And she, like, if her and I are not together, she has every right to look for somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to make it difficult for them to be
settle down and have a family.
Who's the better dad?
Yeah.
I'm your biological father, and I'm one of your dads, and he is one of your, even though that kind of hurts to say. I'm not.
Your kid has two dads?
I'm not gonna. That kind of hurts to say.
That's crazy, man.
But I am not gonna make it difficult for them.
No, honestly, realistically, hats off, salute to you. That's 100% what I 100% feel too, man. It's like, I can't be the person that makes it difficult for us just because I feel wrong or I feel
like
wrong.
I'm not gonna let my insecurities play a part in their upbringing.
Exactly. And on top of that, like, if the person who's in the position that I left is doing his part, how dare I?
Yeah, like he's
be the how
he's
dare I be upset or try and get involved or try and weasel my way into something like that's just stupidity, man.
I just hope that he sees you the same way, because if he sees me as like a competitor, then it's a problem.
Yeah. No, but let's say he embraces you.
Yeah, then I'm totally fine with it.
That would be like, obviously you'd still feel away, probably.
Yeah,
right?
it would.
Yeah, you'd be like, that's my spot.
I'm gonna keep that to myself.
But at the same time, you'd probably be thinking to yourself, okay, I'm glad it's him than someone else.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I wouldn't be his best friend.
Nah. I ain't linking him like, yo, the game's
I'm
on.
not gonna see like let's watch the Raptors.
The game's on,
bro. But ideally that would be great in the eyes of the kids. Like
they would love that.
It's easy for them to then understand the dynamic of family.
Yeah. But and they would probably think to themselves,
petty as I am, fam, I'm not gonna let the new quote unquote father of my kids have that type of say over me, I see things. I need to be like here all the time.
For me, it's more so like, yo, how you gonna be sleeping in the bed that I used to sleep in?
Oh man.
And then we're supposed to like be dogs?
Like it's weird. We
can be cordial, we can be friendly, we can be on good terms, but like I'm not going to game with you.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like I ain't inviting you out. Like it's not going like.
But we're on.
If we see each other though, it's like it's love,
Yeah.
How are you?
Just take care of my kids. I'll take it.
Yeah, it's all good.
I won't make things difficult for you.
And if something happens too, I would love for there to be a man. Yeah, like an open door policy. Like, yo, you can come to me on something like, yo, I think this is going on with your son or your daughter. Like,
I
if
agree,
there's something like that,
let me know.
Way better. I'm rocking with that.
But there's a line though.
There is a line.
Keep your relationship stuff to yourself.
Yeah, I don't want
the kid stuff with me.
Exactly. I don't want to.
Like I don't want to hear nothing. I left for a reason.
Yeah, that's your problem now.
Tell me about all of my kids.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like if there's anything I need to be updated on, if there's anything like any things that I may have missed, like in terms of like their graduations, like their recitals, their games, like I want to be there.
I'm glad you brought that up because I ain't trying to hear no complaints about the girl that I left, especially if there's similar complaints to ones I had. Because I'm like, yo, you should have known better. I'll be like, you should have known better.
My kids, though.
Yeah, let me know about the kids, bro. Let me know about the kids, man. But no, real cap, man. No cap. That's how it should go. I 100% agree with what you said, man. Like, it should be just cordial on good terms, but I'd still feel away at the end of the day. Just as a man, I'd be like, fuck, man, that should be me.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't know. It's kind of also confusing to have two dads.
Yeah.
I've
never seen like ever in my life actually like a biological dad and a stepdad get along, or even just have a relationship. Just any relationship.
On TV.
What show?
I don't even. I didn't it before.
You're like, I saw it in a commercial.
Like, yo, I don't know off the top of my head, but I
can't even think about a show that happened in, bro. Niggas just have too much pride, bro. We just have too much pride, man. I ain't letting no another man stand in my position. Hell no.
Yeah, it's true.
You kidding? That's just how the game goes, man. I'm sorry, but
But she's not the asshole. Long story.
No, he is 100% deadbeat dad.
Max coming out of randomly.
Come on, Future.